everybody, welcome back to Jie Podcast. We are back again with
Barbie. Okay, so today we are going to do this episode because
Our intro was so important.
was
The Barbie.
we did that the previous time too. Okay, so today everybody around the world has been very excited for the release of this movie, and it's been a very long time since I went to the cinema to watch a movie, but I decided for this movie that I would go. So, do you enjoy it?
Yes, you know they just crossed I think 1 billion in ticket
yeah.
sales. I liked it. It wasn't what I thought it would be. Like from the trailer, right? You don't know what's going on from the trailer. That's why I wanted to watch the movie to know what the heck is going on.
Okay, so just a warning, there will definitely be spoilers, but let's just talk about a bit of like
I mean, if
Barbie.
you haven't watched it like till now, it's your fault.
That's true. Oh my gosh, yesterday I met my friend, right? And then she, like, when Barbie just came out, then she was asking me like, oh, because I watched it quite soon, then she asked me like, oh, do you like it? Then she said, no spoiler, no spoiler. Then right, until now, yesterday I met her, she still haven't watched. Then I said,
You planning to watch?
yeah, she was. But she said her friend no whatever lah. Then I was like, you know what, if by the next time if I meet you and you still haven't watched, I don't care. I go tell you everything already. I cannot wait for you anymore. Okay, so just like let's start off. Were you a big Barbie fan? Like before this movie, like did you have Barbie dolls? Do you have like do that
When
stuff?
I was younger, I had Barbie dolls, but I wasn't a huge fan. I didn't watch all the previous movies. I just watched it because like the trailer. Like I watched the trailer and I was like, I need to know what's going on.
Oh, okay. I think for me is I also because of the trailer. I was a Barbie fan. Like I did watch like the Fairytopia. I love the Princess and the Pauper.
Okay.
I have lots of Barbie dolls, but what made me want to watch is really because the trailer looks so fun.
Yes.
It wasn't really the plot leh. I was really like, oh, this really just looks like such a
No,
fun
the trailer
movie.
doesn't say anything about the plot.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So, okay, so now here comes the spoiler. What the show is all about. So for people who have watched it, here's the recap. All the people who are not planning to watch it. Margot Robbie's stereotypical Barbie ventures into the real world to learn which helpless human has triggered her malfunctions. Along the way, she learns who made her, the moral implications of death and decision-making, and the tangled web of patriarchy and feminism, the trap of attempted perfection, and the importance of originality in an onslaught of IP. Okay, so that sounds like a lot.
Yes. Like when I watched the movie, I didn't think that it was made out of all this. Like yes, the patriarchy and feminism, that one was obvious. But like importance of originality in an onslaught of IP is like okay.
I didn't think of that. But one of the comments that I did have watching the show right afterwards is that I feel like they should have found a single plot line and stuck to it rather than going in so many directions. That is something that I did think of after the movie ended. Okay, so let's talk about like generally, right?
Okay.
What do you like about the movie? Let's rate the movie. Okay, out of 10.
Okay, what is a 10?
Like it's like the best movie you've ever. Like you really think that there's nothing that can be improved from the movie. Like it's just so perfect. The way it is. Like for
Yeah,
me,
give it a 9.
yeah,
Give it a
okay.
9.
I think for me, I would give it 7.
Okay.
Yeah, no, okay. I would say because Barbie, there's some things about the show I didn't like. Like I really felt like it was too much. That's why I give it a 7.
Okay.
Yeah. For you think it's almost perfect.
I want to watch it again. I want to watch it. I don't think it's perfect, but I want to watch it again. Like it was a fun movie.
Yeah. I love the. Actually, I
Like,
really love the
smi-
first half.
I was like smiling for a lot of the movie.
Okay, so let's talk about the storyline. What? Okay, like just now what I say, right? There are so many different storylines that make up the movie.
Okay.
And I think the most prevalent ones for me was the idea of what it is to be human. and the other one is about the patriarchy and feminism.
Okay.
So I honestly, what I didn't like about it, right, is I didn't like the patriarchy and feminism part. Because it's not anything about the movement, but I felt like it was very in your face.
Is it? Because
Yeah.
I watched with some friends, and they are the type that really hate the in your face type of feminism. But you said it was okay.
Really?
I
The
also
entire
think that
speech
it
was,
was.
I felt like was like in your very like in your face. Okay, so
Okay.
the part that stood out to me, and I say this is because of the speech by America. Is her name America?
Yes, America.
I don't know what is her. I don't know what's her story name, but okay, America, right? And I think I don't know. Maybe it is another point to discuss, but I guess it's because I find that it's a bit exaggerated.
Okay.
That's why I couldn't relate. So we'll get into her speech later. But apart from that, I think
But do you think that it's exaggerated because like it's a movie? Like you see the patriarchy part is exaggerated as well.
No, but I think it's exaggerated in a fun way. The patriarchy part, but the feminism part was not.
Oh,
It was very like
it was serious.
Yeah,
it was meant to be serious.
yeah, it's like okay, like oh, you know, you're expected to be this, but this, but this, but this. And I don't know, I feel like a lot of it is very self-imposed lor. So it's very like I wouldn't say it's something that people I don't know what generally, but I don't know if it's something that in the masses are struggling with when it's very self-imposed.
Or maybe could it be because I'm not trying to defend the movie or anything. Then like could it be because we don't live in the same society as
That's
such
what
people?
my friends said.
Because
yeah.
I saw for the patriarchy, but you know there's one part after Ken introduced patriarchy into the Barbie land, and then they make the girls serve beer or something.
Yeah.
Then to us it's like like this, you don't see this type of thing happening in Singapore, but you know in like Korea and Japan they do expect like girls to serve tea.
That's what my friend said. So then after that I did think about that. So that was my initial comment. But then I was thinking, because they said, oh, actually maybe this show was more targeting like US audiences. Which definitely is lah. So I was thinking, oh, maybe it's true like in Singapore I just maybe don't experience it that much. That's why when they say it, it become very like, are you exaggerating?
You cannot relate, right?
Yeah, I really feel like I cannot relate.
But one part that I related, it's not that I'm trying to blow my own horn. You know the part that when Barbie came into the real world, then she was on the roller skates, right? Then she started feeling very conscious in a bad way.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel like very often.
Oh, why? Like you feel very unsafe?
Yeah, I feel like people keep looking at me. Okay, I know I sound like I'm putting my own horn.
No. I mean, but
like I get very scared when people look at me.
Oh.
Especially like men. Like female look at me, I don't really care. I really like, okay, I realize I do this and people look at me, right? Then I immediately look at my own face because I thought like there's something on my face. That's why they are looking at me.
Oh.
Yeah. So when Barbie did that, right, I felt it. Like I related to that scene.
I think it's very interesting that we have very different perception of what's going on around us, even though we live in the same country. Like, okay, so one of
don't go to the comment section and say that I'm ugly, okay?
Nobody is commenting on our videos, don't worry.
No, you never know what happened because like okay, just don't say that.
So now that you mentioned this, the only time that I really remember feeling unsafe, right, was
it wasn't unsafe, more of like conscious of my presence, my own presence.
No, not much. But I did hear this from somebody, okay, which I thought was quite ridiculous. That this particular person, when she want to take the cab, she will wear a mask. And I was like, why? So she said it's because when she feel like if she don't smile, then she got that resting bitch face, and then people will be not happy when they look at her. But and then so she feels like she has to keep smiling. Then
okay.
I really was at that point thinking like, do you really think people care so much about you that a Grab driver is like cares what you look like? You know what I mean? That's one thing that I was kind of like, huh? Are people really that self-conscious?
Okay.
Do you relate to that level, like that kind?
No, actually, I'm very thankful for my resting bitch face. Because I don't want people to approach me. So like,
No, but
if
no, that's not the point. Are you that conscious of how people are
Oh,
viewing
no.
you?
No. But it's just when people look at me for no reason, then I'll be like, what?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Because for me, it's like, it never crossed my mind to do something like this. I'm like, oh, I look like that. If like I take MRT, I look like that lor. I like, what you want me do? This is my face. What you want me do? So very different experience. But I did think in Singapore, right? I feel like in Singapore it's really very different, because I think in US people get catcalled,
Yeah.
and I didn't think that.
It's very unsafe there.
No, like I never thought that it's a. Just don't feel like it's a real thing. It's very strange.
because you
It's very
don't get-
strange.
you don't
right?
get it here.
Yeah, it's a very strange concept. But
People are shy here.
when I went to Bali, right? When I went to Bali, I went with two of my other friends, so three of us, all girls. And I tell you, it was bad. It was bad. People were shouting at us from motorcycles. People were shouting at us sitting on the street, like the locals. It wasn't
Okay.
particular.
Remember the incident in Japan? Like I was quite scared.
Oh yeah. So this was like 2018. We went to Hokkaido together, and then it was just like both of us. We were at one of the
They had a beer festival, so we just wanted to go and chill and.
because we were like in the same country together. And then we were like excited.
It wasn't like a bar. It was an open place. Like I don't know how to describe it. Like just an open venue,
yeah.
so anyone can go.
Yeah, and so both of us, we were like, we were not even drinking alcoholic, right? We were like literally like drinking like.
They had street food. They had alcohol, so we were eating.
Yeah, then this guy, he just come to us with like a packet drink or a can of beer. Then he just put it down on the table and then like suddenly talk to us, and then
I
like.
think that one wasn't so bad. I was afraid of the one after that.
Oh yeah, but that was the first one. That was the first one. I thought it was very strange because he kept trying to talk to us, and then I had no idea what he was trying to do. And then he kept like going closer. Then I was like, "What do you want? I don't even know what you're saying. You don't even understand what I'm saying." So I was like, "What do you want?"
No, but okay, that one I wasn't scared. I was scared of the one after that.
Yeah. So after that, we went to arcade.
No, we went to arcade because the guy was following us. Like we didn't even want to go to the arcade at all.
Oh really?
So there was this drunk guy that was following us. Then we were like shit. Then we faster run to the arcade because he had 6 floors. I remember.
Oh, the guy followed us all the way.
He followed us all the way. Then we just like keep going up the escalator. And then we hide somewhere. And then we saw him like looking for us. And then when we were out of his view, we faster ran out of the arcade. Yeah.
Now
Okay,
you bring up all
It's
these.
not.
No, now you bring up all these memories, then I realize like, okay, yeah, maybe it's very like not, it doesn't happen to me here, so that's why it's very difficult for me to relate. But then now you bring all this up, then I'm like, oh yeah, it does actually happen, and it happened quite a few times.
Okay.
Okay, so now let's talk about production and cinematography. Oh my gosh, I loved it. I love the opening scenes. I
think
love
they
the
paid
scenes.
a lot of details.
Yeah, that's what I like. I think that they really took the effort to make it as close as the Barbie set as possible. Like the buttons and everything was so cute. I loved it. But I think because I watched it with Sam, right? And he obviously didn't grow up playing with Barbie and like the Barbie dollhouse. So he was kind of like, he didn't get it. But I was like, oh my gosh, I used to have that house, that water that she walked on. Like, I used
at
to
the
have
starting
that.
part, right?
Yeah.
When I think she woke up, then she was like, hi Barbie, that one, right? It was exactly how I imagined my Barbies were talking to each other when I was playing with them when I was younger. It was like exactly like that.
I
Like
think
my
they
own-
captured it so well.
yeah.
Yeah. It was really cute. I think okay, I'm bring in like I think they stuck to the fantasy of Barbie very well while still portraying the things that they wanted to portray. So I don't know, everybody has been watching on TikTok, like, you know, this Snow White and then this, what's her name? Erica?
Okay,
Whatever her
the
name is.
girl.
But then, you know, this girl, she's playing the new Disney remake of Snow White, and then she keeps saying things like, oh, Snow White is not going to have, like, be saved by a prince, blah, 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 blah. This is very angry. This is very angry actress. And people are saying that she's taking away the essence of what the whole Snow White is about. And then if you don't want Snow White to find true love, go and make another movie. But I think for Barbie, even though they wanted to portray, like, the strengths of hers, they still kept the essence of it very well. So you still don't feel like, hey, my childhood being ruined by this stupid woman, you know?
Hey, I heard like for the Barbie's hair, right? They paid a lot of attention to her hair. Like so she was blonde, right? So for her pink costumes, they made the blonde more like pink. And then for the yellow costumes, right, they make the blonde more like I think brassy to match the outfit. Yeah.
There's a lot of
It's-
detail.
yeah, there's a
That's
lot of
what,
details.
I read also that there was a lot of makeup artists for this particular movie. So what do you think of Margot Robbie?
I think she matched.
I
She
loved
really
her.
matched.
Yeah,
You know
she was
I remember
perfect for it.
the part that she said, I'm ugly. Then the director's
Yeah.
cut, they say, she's not, Margot Robbie is not the...
Not the person to cast if you want to say such a line.
Yeah.
She really, I think she was
true.
so perfect. She was so pretty. I think she's the
Real life Barbie.
If it wasn't for her on the ads, I don't think it would have been that popular. Like her smile, her eyes, everything.
They say,
It was really like
there was someone
perfect.
else that was supposed to be... What was her
Amy
name?
Schumer.
Yes.
I was like, what? No, I was like,
But
I
she
read
didn't
that-
get that storyline. She didn't get that script. The same script that Margot Robbie got. That's why she rejected the
Oh,
role.
Dude, at first when I saw, they said like, Amy Schumer is the first choice. I was like, huh? Is this a joke that she
A
was
satire.
making? Yes. Then I went to read. Then I was like, oh, she was really offered the role. But I was like, Amy Schumer.
Oh, and I need to take back whatever I said about Ryan Gosling as Ken. You know, I remember when the first time the poster was dropped, and then they say Ryan Gosling will play as Ken. Like everybody, not just me, everybody was like, "What the heck? He's old.
I didn't say that, but okay. I didn't know he's old.
He's in his 40s."
Okay.
Okay, but he's old lah. Then and then I think because of the pose that he made, the expression he made, and then people were like, "I didn't know Ken was a bottom."
Oh.
I thought it was very funny, but after the movie, I take back whatever I said about Ryan Gosling as Ken because he was really good.
He was perfect. I love his character so much. And I think another interesting part about the show is even though they were showing patriarchy in a very bad way and how it got abused, I think they also I think it was intentional that they didn't want to make Ken a hated character. Because it could have gone the way that he at the end become a very hated character. But throughout the show, even though he was at points annoying and selfish, inconsiderate, they didn't make his character unlikable.
Okay. I actually felt bad for him.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like,
even towards the
I
end.
know Barbie wasn't obligated to return his feelings, but I still felt bad for Ken.
I thought, yeah, but I loved his songs and his
Oh,
dance.
yeah,
He
I'm
was
just
so
Ken.
cute. I'm Kenough. I loved it.
The
I loved it.
hoodie,
Yeah.
right?
I was like, I need to buy this hoodie. I need to find
It's sold
I'm
out
Kenough.
on the Meta website.
I loved it, but he and Simu Liu, I thought their characters were so funny because they were so. It was so like. Ryan Gosling's character, he like really overacts, right?
Yes.
To make it very like dramatic, very
But
plastic.
it was good.
Yeah, but it was so
It's
good.
not overact and it looks cringy. He overacted and it looks good.
Yeah, it was so good. I really, really love this Ken. I mean, his storyline is so special, I think. Because I think they wanted to portray him as kind of like an idiot also.
Like desperate or desperate.
Yeah,
for-
desperate, and then like the Mojo Dojo Casa. I love it.
No, the line that I cannot find. Long distance. What low commitment, long distance.
Oh yeah.
Long term, long distance, low commitment. One more. Low commitment.
What?
Something girlfriend.
I don't know. Okay. I think I like that I really like the throw in of the dancing and stuff by him. Oh, the Barbie dance, she was so good. But like the Ken one, the Ken Simu Liu and Ryan
A
Gosling,
lot of
that
people
was
saying
like,
that the 2 dance scenes, right,
Yeah.
deserve to win awards.
they do. It's so cute. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. So that was very, very nice. Yeah, but like I don't know. I feel like even as I'm saying, right, my favorite scenes of the show was not the America scene or her scene.
Okay.
That's why I still think like I don't know. I would not have maybe I would have done something else. I can't think of what now, but
Maybe
it
the
was not my
speech,
favorite.
but toned down. But I feel like
Not toned down, but I feel like I don't know. I haven't given this much thought because I'm obviously not going to remake the Barbie movie. But I was just thinking like, oh, what's my favorite scene throughout the show? Then it's definitely
Not
like
that
I have
scene.
a lot of scenes that I really love, but not that.
No, but I find that they make it very relatable to us as well. So, for example, right, the part that they had the depressed Barbie advertisement. Like this, you look at your weird friend's engagement photos and then you watch Pride and Prejudice and cry for 7 hours or something. Then
that was
my
funny.
friend beside me, he was like, "That's you, eh." And then the other one about I think he was playing guitar, right? Then
Who?
Ken was playing guitar. Then Barbie was pretending that she loved it. And then she received a message. And then she smiled, right? Then Ken was like, "Why are you smiling? Who are you texting?" I feel like it has happened to everyone
Yeah.
at
That's
one
quite
point in
funny.
their life.
Yeah, so about the storyline. No, one thing that I wish that they did also was the part about experiencing her humanity. I wish that they expanded on that because I think it's something that is quite different. And I think they had I feel like they only just touched the surface on that part because Barbie, right, like Barbie is obviously a doll, and then the part where she's really realizing what it feels like to be a human, and that what about being human makes her want it so much more than living in her perfect life. I think that was like such a interesting point. Then they had it at the start, with her and the grandma. Then towards the end when the roof come and show her, but it didn't really like go very, very much into that, which I wish it did lah. That one.
Do you get the ending like at in that moment? I didn't. Like I asked my friend like what does it mean?
Going to the gynecologist. Oh.
I mean, because we went 4 people. Then me and my other friend were like, "Is she pregnant?" And then there's the 2 other friend that explained to us like because she wanted to get the genitals.
Okay.
Like, okay.
I heard that afterwards. I didn't know that.
Okay.
Yeah,
But I don't think it was a movie for children. I think it was a movie for adults that played with Barbie
yeah.
when they were like young.
I don't think kids will understand. Yeah, I don't think kids will understand. There's nothing in
But there were a lot of kids in the cinema because everybody thought that it would be a kiddie movie. There were a lot of kids in my...
Oh, I watched it at night. I watched the night screening, so there were no kids. Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
was
good.
like,
They were
older
screaming.
kids. Oh no! And I purposely went. Like,
Okay.
I was thinking like whether I should watch on the weekend. Then I was like, oh, no.
Kids, right?
It annoys me. What annoys me is when people start using their phone in the cinema. That's why I stopped going to the cinema because I really annoys me. Then the light then bright, then it was shine. Then I'm like, so I also read the news that say that people are breaking up over Barbie.
Mm-hmm.
Does that surprise you?
No. After the movie came out, I know a lot of girls will use that as a standard to test, to tick.
I don't understand. I don't understand what exactly are they breaking up over?
Like, okay, so the whatever struggles that Barbie went through in the real world, some guys will be like, oh, is it like it's exaggerated, or they just don't understand, and they are saying that the guy is a red flag.
I'm sorry. Am I a red flag?
Oh, I don't know.
But I think like everybody you have a different perception. Okay lah, I mean if you're a guy you just have a different perception of the world ma. It's really you just have a different perception. Why you cannot help it ma. It's not like
Yeah, but I thought this movie was to show you like how life is like for women.
no, but I mean after that if you think about it and then you think like, oh, is it exaggerated? Then is that a red flag to even ask? Because you
No, but okay.
that's why I say lah, like you don't know ma. For me it's like I don't find that it exists in my life, so I thought it was a bit exaggerated.
Okay, but no, but if your girlfriend tells you that this is happening like to me in real life,
oh, then I will ask like what happened lah. Is there a what is
I think
that?
that's still fine. But some guys will be like,
Cannot be.
yeah, like don't believe.
You know, I feel like there's quite some ridiculous things that happened to me when I was younger, right? That only after I grew up, then I think about it, then I was like, actually that's quite crazy. Like at that time I didn't think. I went out and grew up, then I'm like, that's a bit wild. So I think what was my point in this? My point is, yes, sometimes things sound very unbelievable, but it's true, like, it really happens.
Okay.
Very unbelievable things happen to people like all the time.
Oh, and another thing that I remembered the thing that I wanted to say. I feel like they totally changed their they successfully changed the public's perception of Barbie dolls. So I don't know whether you've heard before, right? But last time I always see things like, oh, Barbie set a very unrealistic expectation of how women should look
Oh,
like.
I hated that.
Yeah, in that one movie, right, they totally debunked everything. I feel like they show like, oh, Barbie can have different careers. Barbie can look like, can be fat, can be thin, can be any race.
I think I think the Mattel they were very open to letting. Was it by Warner Brothers, this movie? Warner Brothers? Is it? I don't know.
Yes.
Warner Brothers, yeah. Like, let them poke fun at the company.
Uh,
Like, I was actually really surprised that it was actually Mattel, that they were just directly going there and be like, oh, now your CEO is stupid, he's a fool. Like, all this kind of stuff. Like, I didn't expect Mattel to be so open to these type of things. But good for them, and they bet on the right horse, so it really helped their brand image, and it brought back Barbie. I don't think Barbie is very like, it's not a big thing to us anymore. Do you see kids playing with Barbies?
no, they play iPad.
Yeah, I mean it's different like for us, but I really like it helped to revive, so good for them. Good for them. Yes. Okay, so that's all we have for Barbie. Let us know what you think about the movie, if you liked it or if you thought it was strange, I don't know, unrelatable, whatever. Okay,
Thank you.
We will see you
Bye.
next time.